President Trump held 3 campaign events in Pennsylvania on Monday, a bid to bolster support in a state he narrowly carried 4 years ago. Vice President Pence campaigned in Minnesota despite an outbreak of coronavirus infections among his chief of staff and others who work with him. Democratic nominee Joe Biden's campaign made an appearance in Pennsylvania, while his running mate, Senator Kamala D. Harris D-Calif, was in Washington for an expected final Senate vote to confirm Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Judge Amy Coney Barrett. More people have voted already in Texas than voted in total in 46 states in 2016. More people have voted in Texas already than voted for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump in the state 4 years ago. It's possible, maybe even likely, that the state will match its total 2016 turnout before Election Day. It's a fascinating phenomenon. It is also an inscrutable one. Back in early 2019, it was already apparent that Texas might be more of a problem for Trump than it was in 2016. He didn't romp in the state that year, but he won by enough of a margin that there wasn't much mystery on the night of the election. So much attention was focused on his surprise victory nationally, though, that his having won Texas by a single-digit margin passed without notice. Texas was closer in 2016 than Iowa was, a significant shift in presidential politics. Those sitting in the audience at Monday night's swearing-in ceremony for Amy Coney Barrett at the White House will be required to socially distance and wear face masks, according to the White House. The move comes after the September 26 Rose Garden ceremony where Trump announced his nomination of Barrett turned into a superspreader event, with several attendees later testing positive for the coronavirus. Masks and social distancing were not required at the event. Tonight's seated audience will be socially distanced, said a senior White House official, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the planning for the event. Face coverings are required for all those attending. Those in close proximity to the president will be tested beforehand. Jared Kushner went on Fox News on Monday morning and pretty well encapsulated why. For all the talk about his father-in-law President Trump making inroads with men of color ahead of the election, the Republican Party continues to struggle with black voters. Kushner, a White House aide, was asked about working with hip-hop artist Ice Cube on the Trump campaign's Platinum Plan for Black America. His statement suggested that Trump is more invested in improving the lives of black Americans than black Americans are themselves. This would be news to many black Americans considering Trump's history of denigrating and insulting so many of them before entering the White House. Joe Biden confuses President Trump with George W.